2016 version of the code represents 3 years of work to hopefully improve upon the first version of the code. We specifically developed it to function in 2 separate ways. It can work as a standalone code, that's Appendix A, or you can work with the IEBC. Some of the major things we worked on took a lot of time to incorporate some of the feedback we got on the first version.
So if you have that knowledge, you have the ability to observe if a repair is being completed correctly. That's the primary piece right here. Carbonation and chloride contamination. I assume you all know that chlorides are going to be detrimental. But you must understand that as the repair technician. So corrosion of the reinforcing steel can be initiated by either of those two. That's a whole seminar by itself. But the repair technician has to understand that.
Is still engaged and still providing capacity. So, in this case up here where you have maybe a partial delamination, if that bar is still fully developed back here, you could make an argument that that bar is still fully engaged and providing capacity. With larger delaminations or delamination near the end of the bar, you may not have development length. So, and you'll see where that comes into play as part of the analysis.
So here's a map of something a good practicing repair engineer or contractor would want to have is a map of the different conditions so they can get a sense. We find this to be really useful, a sense of where the severe deterioration is and relative to areas that actually aren't too bad and could probably be, for the most part, left alone and at least maybe possibly protected. In this particular situation, 60 cores were extracted.
So, but we do have to confirm, whenever we use NDE, Chapter 6 allows you to do it, but you got to confirm it. You can't, so one of the things that GPR doesn't do is it doesn't tell us bar size, right? So now we got to dig into it a little bit. So we took a crack, we opened it up a little bit to validate what we got in terms of reinforcement, which is required.